Worked under so many great managers. Is it fair to say Jose was the best?
Yeah, I mean, I've been fortunate. I think there's different styles. I always have to mention Claudio Ranieri there because he took the chance on me. You know, I think at the time 11 million was a lot of money, and I wasn't proven to that level to necessarily warrant it.
It was paid off, hasn't
it? Luckily enough, it's paid off.
Big time.
You know, without Claudio Ranieri taking that step, maybe all this doesn't happen, and I'm not there. So I always mention him and thankful to him. Jose Mourinho, obviously, you know, transformed my career, I think, and I've said it many times before. He was such a figure for me, give me confidence, and those were the years that I kind of stepped my game up personally. So I think Jose, as a manager, is fantastic, and Ancelotti. I think Ancelotti was an absolute gentleman. He was as straight as they come. I think as a player, you want straightness, you want to know where you stand with people, and with Ancelotti, I think he had that. Carlo was like a bit of a friend, but you respected him. And I'm absolutely delighted. He obviously was successful at Chelsea, but what he's gone on to do at Real Madrid and bring them the Champions League, I think he deserves that personally. So I could go on, you know, but they're the ones I can pick out off the top of my head.
Is it true, this story, that Jose came into the shower? You're there having a clean up,
yeah,
and he comes around the corner.
Yeah. It was in Seattle pre-season, the first pre-season that he had, and we were naked. I think it was me. He might be one of his coaches as well, and we were showering and stuff. I was a bit nervous. He's a new manager, so you're like, I want to get out of here quick. Let's finish this off quickly. And he just turned to me and said, like, you are the best player in the world. And I was like, really? And I wasn't, obviously, at the time. But he says, well, you are. All you need to do is win titles and go to that next level before people appreciate that you are that. Listen, I don't know whether it was a bit of kidology. I know he respected me looking back at the time, but it was fantastic man management because at a moment when you're at your most sensitive, I suppose, he gave me a real boost, and it sticks in my mind because, you know, no one had ever said that to me before. And if it was, whether it was kidology or not, I don't care, because it meant a lot to me, and I'll never forget that.
Is that fair to say that's the weirdest shower you've ever had?
Yeah, but there's weird ones. You know, in football we shower all the time with each other. You know, that whole, who's the longest in the shower and all that stuff. There's lots of different things that go on in showers and talk, and you know, new players and you know, it's always one of those moments where you're aware different things can happen.
Fair enough. Will we see Frank Lampard back at Stamford Bridge in the future?
You know, it's a hard one to call. I'd like to think so. I personally, at the minute, I don't know quite what I want to do after football. I'd like to do my coaching badges. I don't know when, because I've been saying that for a few years now, and it's just a case of getting the time to do them while I'm still playing. But if I could be, and I know the club, Jose Mourinho, the club I know from the top, have said that they'd love me involved at some point whenever I want to go back. And yeah, for sure, I think Chelsea is, as I said before, it's like going back home on Saturday, and it feels such a big part of me. And when you are part of Chelsea, I've seen it with people like Chopper Harris, Peter Bonetti, they're still there to this day. It's a club that really looks after its players that have played and mean a lot to them. And I think, yeah, if that opportunity was there, I'd love to, because I had such a long career there. It's part of me, and that never changes.
You and John Terry, managers?
That
is a partnership.
You never know. I mean, listen, I don't know. I'd hate to pronounce myself or John and say we're going to do this and do that, because there's so many things that can happen in the meantime. But I think we certainly know the club inside out. We certainly feel it, and we felt it together for many years. John a bit more than me. So yeah, I mean, if we were given the opportunity, I think we'd both probably snap your hand off if that's